said you're one of the nicest guys in boxing.
Me and Chris go back for a long time, man. I always have great respect for him, man. He's a warrior, good guy, good father, all the above. What's up, little bro?
What's up, man? What do you think? He's fighting in 72 hours against Angie Ruiz here in LA.
Hey, real quick. This is not made up. The other day, me and Deontay was having dinner, and this is just honest. He said, I said, bro, you know Arreola and Ruiz about to fight? He said, yeah. He said, who you got on that? I said, man, I don't know. It's tough because Arreola's training now, but, you know, Ruiz got down. It's going to be a good fight. I don't know. He said, no, I'm going with Arreola on that one, man.
It's a great fight. They're very, very respectful, great fighters, great.
Those were the secondary words by the mouth of Malik Scott as Deontay Wilder shared with him who he thought was going to win between Angie Ruiz and Chris Arreola. And surprisingly, he said that he thinks Chris Arreola will beat Angie Ruiz. Let me counterpunch. I don't know why Wilder picked Arreola to win. He didn't go into detail about why. He just said, I'm going with him. Maybe he saw something or whatnot. But this I can say. I've seen Chris Arreola take on Adam Kownacki. And what I've seen from Adam Kownacki, even though Kownacki's a couple inches taller than Ruiz, maybe about 3 inches taller than Ruiz, right? But Kownacki was able to overpower Arreola. Arreola fought him. He did fight him. He didn't, he didn't bitch up. He just was outworked. And I see nothing different from what Angie Ruiz is going to do to Arreola. I don't see Arreola having anything hard enough to hurt Angie Ruiz. I don't see him keeping him back with a jab because he's like not that much taller than him, even though Chris Arreola, he's been seasoned. He knows he's been around the block a few times, but I don't see him doing anything to keep Angie Ruiz from bobbing and weaving around those punches and beating the brakes off of Chris Arreola. So again, Wilder, I don't know why he picked Chris Arreola. I know he's fought Chris Arreola and he beat him fairly easily. But, of course, Wilder is a guy that's tall, that's broad in the shoulders, so he keeps his legs wide apart. So it's very difficult to go in and assault that guy. And I can understand he was talking about himself, but he's talking about Chris Arreola. So I don't know why he said what he said, but I don't know where he could see Arreola beating Angie Ruiz. I just don't see it. Angie Ruiz has a chin. Chris Arreola, he doesn't. It would be different if you can box. The way you beat Angie Ruiz, you outbox him. You just box him because Angie Ruiz is a guy that likes confrontations. He likes engagement. If you don't give him that engagement, that means he has to come to you to make that engagement. And since that's the case, if you move around, you use the ring, and then you can jab and outland him. But with Chris Arreola being the Aztec warrior, that kind of guy, right? He's going to go in there and go toe for toe, blow for blow. Like I told you guys, I see that fight happening in a Mexican showdown. I look for a great fight, an exciting fight, but I don't think it's going to go 12 rounds. And if it does, that means Chris Arreola is one tough mother sucker because he's going to take a lot of leather that night from Angie Ruiz. And then hopefully Chris Arreola can give his own licks in and get his own respect from Angie Ruiz. That's what we can expect from Chris Arreola, especially being 40 years of age. And he's been in there with a lot of different competition, So I just think it was interesting. I wanted to share it with you guys that Malik Scott shared it with Chris Arreola, and Ellie Setback, shouts out to him for getting the on-the-go interview with those two guys. You guys tell me what you think about Deontay Wilder picking Chris Arreola to beat Angie Ruiz. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been counterpunching. Peace.